The BBC presents Private Dreams and Public Nightmares, a radiophonic poem by Frederick Bradnam. The program is introduced by the producer, Donald McWhinney.
This program is an experiment, an exploration. It's been put together with enormous enthusiasm and equipment designed for other purposes. The basis of it is an unlimited supply of magnetic tape, a recording machine, a razor blade, and something to stick the bits together with, and a group of technicians who think nothing is too much trouble provided it works. You take a sound, any sound, record it, and then change its nature by a multiplicity of operations. You record it at different speeds, you play it backwards, you add it to itself over and over again. You adjust filters, echoes, acoustic qualities, you combine segments of magnetic tape. By these means and many others, you can create sounds which no one has ever heard before. Sounds which have an indefinable and unique quality of their own. You can compose a vast and subtle symphony from the noise of a pin dropping. In fact, one of the most vibrant and elemental sounding noises in tonight's program started life as an extremely tinny cowbell. It's a sort of modern magic. Many of you may be familiar with it. They've been exploiting it on the continent for years. But strangely enough, we've held aloof, partly through distrust. Is it simply a new toy? Partly through complacency, ignorance too. We are saying at last that we think there's something in it. But we aren't calling it musique concrète. In fact, we've decided not to use the word music at all. Some musicians believe that it can become an art form complete in itself. Others are skeptical. That's not our immediate concern. We are interested in its application to radio writing, dramatic or poetic, adding a new dimension, a form which is essentially radio. Properly used, radiophonic effects have no near relationship with any existing sound. They are free of irrelevant associations. They have an emotional life of their own. And they could be a new and invaluable strand in the texture of radio, and theatre, and cinema, and television. Frederick Bradnam has given us a text specifically designed to exploit some of these new sounds and dependent on them for full effect. Every sound you hear in this program is a new one and has been specially made. Each voice has been specially treated. We can now, by technical means, achieve emotional effects with the human voice as a basis, quite different from anything the actor can do on his own. And the program has been put together inch by inch, not to prove how clever we are, but because we believe that radio hasn't exhausted itself. The subtitle is a radiophonic poem. We believe that such an art form may exist, quite distinct from the poem on the page or the poem read aloud, a poetic experience which only exists in terms of a sound complex. And the program isn't a model. It simply tries to indicate the sort of possibilities that are within reach. And I'm not suggesting that your ears should now be bombarded by programs of this kind. There are any number of ways of using these new techniques. They've already been applied in a modest way in thrillers and science fiction plays. Indeed, the broad effects are the easiest to achieve. Horror, hysterical comedy. It's much more difficult to manage tenderness, lyrical beauty, sweetness and light. Perhaps because of the inhuman element in the actual process of manufacture. But I do believe that many writers will find an imaginative stimulus in this demonstration of a new mode of expression, a new adjunct to the spoken word. And as we learn more and improve our equipment, the possibilities will increase. One thought does occur from time to time, not entirely frivolously. Would it not be more illuminating to play the whole thing backwards?
Round and round like a wind from the ground, deep and deep, a world turns in sleep.
I fall through nothing, vast empty spaces, darkness and the pulse of my life bound, intertwined with the pulse of the dark world, still falling, falling, but slower now. Like music, the way down is slow, defying gravity. almost to a stop. Almost. A cry in the heavens, bird or angel. What holds me suspended in the air? Is it silence that holds me? Silence that beats everywhere, holding me as if in a cradle, rocking, now quite unaware.
Round and round like a wind from the ground, deep and deep, a world turns in sleep.
Sleep! You can sleep unaware!
No. Listen. Listen. Listen with your inner ear. These names are falling like spent rockets. They drift in despair.
I don't care.
I don't care. Here I am myself again, contained in the bud of myself, the pure disdaining innocence curled with the worm. Happy, I listen and can hear no pain.
Waiting for you is fear. Beneath the blanket of your sleep, in the back of the brain, now and always here.
Round and round like a wind from the ground, deep and deep, a world turns in sleep.
Waiting for you is fear. Flame that moves crowds, cities falling, ice floes breaking, bitter snow. The jungle where savage beasts whimper and growl, treading toe on toe. Trees breaking and the thunder rolling like armies between mountains in the hot, oppressive valleys. Do you know what crown is waiting for you? Look, open the inner eye. Look! Do you see that head there just above the level of the sand? Do you see that head crowned with a band of thorns and black stones? That bodiless head sunk into the landscape of rock and desert sand, almost like a bomb dropped by an aeroplane at the moment before explosion. That is your fear. Your crown is waiting.
If I woke up now, this would go. If I woke up now, and what would follow?
Round and round like a wind in the ground.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Now you are treading in lonely corridors. Behind glass walls looking inward, girls sit like tears, counting the days, the months, the years, as they move elusively faster and faster.
A way out. I must find the door.
There is no way out provided. Each corridor leads into another corridor.
I must find the door, the open door. Life is not like this. Life is birth and death, laughter and pity, farce and tragedy, and always somewhere an open door.
Beat with your fists on the double-sided, double-faced mirror at the end of all corridors.
Is your conscience provided for the anguish surrounding you? For the hate and hunger? The desire and the despair?
The image is divided. In the world that I inhabit daily, bowler-hatted, I pay my taxes, am concerned about the size of armies, the hunger incontinence, the measurements of actresses. In the world beyond this, the atom bomb teaches me respect for the scientist, the situation teaches me respect for the wisdom of statesmen, and political respect is taught me by the politician. In that world there are many whom I suspect, and must feel therefore that men with decent faces, moustaches, ties, and briefcases must have sound opinions. Otherwise...
The image smashes. Here, it smashes because you fear. And spreads like water, flooding a land of faces.
I pick my way over this sea, walking on water between floating briefcases, umbrellas and drowned faces. Oh, my friends, you have learnt to be my enemy. Oh, pray for me. Oh, pray for me.
Who will pray for those who fall in busy places?
Oh, pray for me. Oh, pray for me.
The bell. Listen. It tolls over the eternal spaces of rock and water, and the dead sink to the fish's laughter.
and round like a wind from the ground.
Still what of me?
You are free. You are free from the night's disgraces, gently to return to the curled worm, the warm, dark, smelling places of the bud, the heart, the womb.
And nobody to pray for those who drown?
Deep and deeper, a knife turns in the sleeper.
Your fear has stabbed like little knives, which kill so many that you might sleep.
My fear! It was you who first mentioned fear. You who screamed that corruption where I lay curled. You who placarded the headlined world into my suspended cocoon of peace. You!
I look into my face and tell. What face do you see?
I see myself. The image is no longer divided. Like a mirror, I am you, and you are me.
In sleep, our shadows cling like those of lovers. As lovers, we can shut out the world, not think upon tomorrow, nor think upon our ruthless awakening. Silence, silence. Together we are everything and nothing. Before us and behind us, silence. The void where the moment of our lives becomes eternal.
And sleeper, lie as monstrous stones might lie, rolled side by side between vast hills, augurs of nothing.